I can't explain it other than the good Lord spoke to me and said, you got to go save her.
Dustin Roach, a Navy veteran, says he was fishing when a truck broke through the barriers of a spillway and crashed into the water.
She said that he had hit the curb, and she said she remembers screaming, and I guess he kind of panicked, and instead of hitting the brake, hit the gas.
29-year-old Lucia Mendoza was riding in the passenger seat at the time of the crash. She told Roach the only way she got out is because her seatbelt was unbuckled and the window was down. Unfortunately, the driver, 23-year-old Armando Valdez, was strapped in.
I looked and seen her, and when I locked eyes on her, I mean, she wasn't screaming for help or nothing like that, but I just knew she was in need, and I just, it was just instantaneous. I probably could have talked myself out of it if it had been any longer.
Roach says he wasn't thinking. His only reaction was to jump in.
I couldn't get her shirt, so I turned her around and grabbed her by the arm and just started swimming back in that current, and I wasn't making very much headway at all. I tried to keep her awake and told her to just stay awake a little bit longer. And I heard them guys at the bank just say, keep swimming, and I was getting exhausted.
Roach says he talked to Mendoza on the phone while she was in the hospital. In the middle of all the chaos, there was one moment they both remember.
When I first got to her, she told me, she said, I don't have any pants. I said, sweetheart, don't worry about that. We'll worry about that at the bank.
Roach says after learning that Mendoza lost a loved one, vehicle, and money due to hospital expenses, he created a GoFundMe.
I heard all this, and I never heard one word about Lucia and her family, And I figured with the attention that I was getting and all that I could use that platform to help her.
Roach says he was blessed to have the courage to dive in. His purpose was to save her.
I could have been fishing anywhere else in this region that day, but God put me there. It's still sinking in, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Sydney Simone, NBC6 News.